So why choose Keystone? I think you choose Keystone because of the things we hang our hats on, our three pillars. We talk about craftsmanship, community, integrity. There's a lot of reasons to come get your countertops from a local company here in Wichita, and we're gonna do it with the utmost integrity.
Yeah, I think people choose Keystone because from start to finish, you're gonna get a professional experience. You're gonna get return phone calls. You're gonna get returned emails. You're gonna get good communication. Our template guys are gonna do a good job and try to help explain kind of things that are going on. And then our project managers are great. The guys we have in the shop do a great job building the tops, and then you're gonna get a good install. And, you know, things happen in construction at times. If there's a hiccup in any of those processes, we're going to do what's right, and we're going to make things right. And that finished project you're going to get is going to be top notch and something that we're very proud to talk about and show and showcase. We created the three pillars because that's the three things that we want to hang our hat on. It's the three things that represent every single thing that we do every day. We do everything with craftsmanship. We are excited to partner and help make our community better, and we do everything with integrity.
So craftsmanship to Keystone means everything to us. It's how we operate. It's how we build our tops, and it's what we want to hang our hat on. And
craftsmanship to Keystone is how we do everything, whether it's answering a phone call, returning an email to a customer, doing a quote, or building the actual tops. We're going to do it to our best of our ability to make sure that the final product you get in your house and the customer service you get here and the experience is the best at Keystone.
Community to Keystone is very important to us from a standpoint of what we do and how we do things. We have the ability to make a large impact on a lot of residential homes and a lot of commercial projects. But we don't want to stop there. We want to make an impact on our community through what we do in supporting our local charities and being involved in local boards. So community to us is the product that we put out within the community, but then also how do we use what we do and also help out philanthropically.
When you talked about the philanthropic piece of it, we like to be involved with organizations within Wichita. We don't just do the countertops. We want to be involved and be on their boards. We want to help. We do a lot of donations and things of that nature because there's some special causes that mean a lot to us.
I mean, I think some of the community aspect is you work here, you live here, so how do you help make an impact within your community to improve everything around you, not just what you show up and do as a job to help make an impact within your community, but then how do you make an impact after 5 o'clock or whenever you get done. Just better ways to be involved within the community.
Providing jobs for people, leaving Wichita in a better spot than we got here, not just only being concerned about countertops, being concerned about how do we make this a better place. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do, and I think we've done a really good job of making sure that we put our money where our mouth is and we give to places, and we really want Wichita to be a better place.
So integrity to Keystone. When we talked about the pillars, we talked about, hey, what things do we do, and what can we hang our hat on? So with integrity, it just comes back to doing what's right. It goes back to the community pillar. You do what's right by supporting your community. With integrity here at Keystone, we do what's right each and every time. We're going to make sure that at the end of the day, the homeowner is pleased with their experience and then happy with their final product.
Integrity is it's easy to do things right when people are watching and people are looking and you're out in front of people, but we like to hang our hat to the fact that all of our people here are going to do what's right when even other people aren't around. We're not going to cut corners. We're not going to take shortcuts. We're going to make sure that those tops that are installed in your house are built soundly, built really well with craftsmanship, and then we're also going to be using integrity to give back to the community and make Wichita a better place. So they all kind of tie in together really well and really nicely. Keystone story starts a long time ago because Spencer and I have known each other since we were probably 7 or 8 years old. We grew up playing basketball together. My dad coached us both and was tough on us and hard on us and probably made both of us cry. But we got to play basketball together in grade school, middle school, played together in high school, both played in college and just stayed in contact. And As people were getting married and starting families, we were around each other. And in 2016, I called Spence one morning saying, "Hey, I got something for us. You're going to need to move to Wichita to make it happen." And also, we don't know anything about it, and we've never done it. But I think it's a good opportunity. And so, I knew that my background in finance and sales, accounting, would help the side of the business the back end of the business, I should say, but I needed Spencer's expertise on the operations side, and so convincing him to come do this is really what made Keystone able to happen, because I couldn't do it without him.
Yeah, absolutely. The story between the two of us goes way back from when we played basketball when we were young and grew up around each other, best friends, growing up, and experienced a lot of different things together. And as we got older, Kyle moved down here to go to Newman and called me somewhat randomly on a Sunday morning at like 5:30 in the morning and said, "Hey, I got a good idea." And that was 16, and from there we got things in order, and 4.5 years later, we've grown a lot, moved locations, and seen a bunch of growth within the company. So
the future for Keystone is exciting because we just talked about how the story of how it started, or how we started with Keystone, but I think there's a ton of opportunity in front of us. What started as a 10,000 square foot fabrication facility in Benton is now a 50,000 square foot facility in Wichita, and we have dreams and goals to keep growing by adding more great people, looking to become a regional countertop company and add some locations. And if you can do that, you can start servicing 6 or 8 states and keep growing and keep leaning on those pillars, and you go back and you can start affecting other communities, still doing things with integrity every day. And I think if we continue to do that, those opportunities will come, and we'll have an opportunity to keep growing and keep progressing.
I think the future of Keystone is absolutely our desire to continue to push the envelope and see where we can get. We've also obviously seen the growth that we've had because of the good people that work here and that we're surrounded by. And so we look forward to adding more people that would be just like that, to grow our family here at Keystone, and see where that could take us to the next level. I would say my favorite project that we've been a part of would be Riverfront Stadium here in Wichita. We have the luxury of being a part of a lot of cool projects, both residentially and commercially. But that one really sticks out in my mind as one of my favorite projects. It's a project that's going to be around. It's a building that's going to be around for a very long time. I think it's kind of iconic to be downtown where it is, and some of the things that they have planned for the future. So I'm that's going to be high on my list for a long time, being able to be a part of such an iconic building and venue.
My favorite project, I would say, is we've been able to be involved in a lot of really big ones throughout Wichita, throughout the state realistically, but I guess I don't have a single favorite one, but it's nice to see the customer come in that doesn't know necessarily what kind of countertops they want, where we can educate them on quartz versus granite. We get them what they want. They get to see the slab, and then hearing that, the fabrication and install, everything went great, and we get those thank you emails and just appreciation, because most of the time, if people like it, you never hear from them. They just go about their business, they pay their bill and move on. And if they don't like it, they're going to let you know very quickly. But we do get a few notes here and there of a happy customer, and just those projects where they're not sure what they want, we can educate them and they have a great experience from start to finish. That's probably my favorite. When you come into Keystone, or you send us an email or make that first phone call, we're going to ask you to come make an appointment. We have this new facility down in downtown Wichita that we want you to come check out, see all the stuff we have in the showroom, all the options. We can show you full slabs. If you decide on something that day, we ask you to put down a 50% deposit. We get you on the schedule, and then you're set up for a template. Template means we come and we use a laser. We digitally measure your kitchen space. Then we come back, we fabricate it and install it, and I'd say that process is between 3 to 4 weeks from start to finish. And you can have a new kitchen in basically a month's time.
So what a client should expect when working with Keystone, from the time they walk in the door, they'll be greeted with a smile, the reception desk, and they come in, bring in your cabinet layout so we can send you home with a quote, so you have a quote the same day, and then after you pull the trigger and decide to move forward with your countertops, then we set up a template date and send it into fabrication. Then 7 to 10 business days after that, we're going to come out and install. So from start to finish, from the time you walk in the door, bearing, we have material in stock. You can have be sitting at your new kitchen within 3 to 4 weeks.
Wichita to me means a place where I'm obviously raising my family, a place where we're working every day. And I think it's a slept-on city, to be honest. I think there's a lot of potential. We see a lot of growth, and there's going to be some big things that happen in Wichita in the next couple of years. And it's a good time to be in this business and be in the countertop business with the construction that we have going on, because we'll get to play a part in that, and it's exciting. And I think you can find stuff to do here. I think it's a great place to raise a family, good schools, get your kids a good education, and then there's a lot of great businesses just like Keystone that can help you with a lot of projects you have.
So Wichita to me means a lot. It's a community that we obviously work and live in each and every day, and so it means a lot from a standpoint of we want to make as big an impact as we can, not only with what we do here at Keystone, but then how do we get involved in the community after the fact. And so you work here, you live here, you're going to raise a family here. We want to see Wichita continue to grow and succeed, and in order for that to happen, we need more people to get involved within our community to help make a difference. So what is my favorite countertop material? I have to go with natural stone. That's just what I enjoy more. Generally, when we have a customer come in, some of the fun experiences is walking them through what's the main difference between an engineered stone versus a natural stone. And it generally comes down to, natural stone is very unique. And that's one of the main reasons I like natural stone so much, is because God made it. It came out of the ground. Somebody can have something very similar, maybe from the same bundle, but it's not going to be identical. There's something unique and very individual about every slab. And so I think a lot of people choose natural stone for those reasons, and that's one of the main reasons I choose natural stone. My
favorite countertop material, I have to go with quartz. I am a big modern, sleek kind of a guy, and I think the quartz with the veining options that they have anymore just make a kitchen, can really finish off and be a statement piece. We have Cambria quartz in our kitchen, and we have Bentley. It's a white with a black vein that when people walk in the house, they notice it right away. It's the island, they see it, and quartz is also very easy to take care of. Soap and water clean. You don't have to seal it. You don't have to really worry about it. You just clean it. And then it's cool to say that, hey, I bought my Cambria quartz. I've been to the factory. It's a U.S. made product. And I've seen the resin, and I've seen them make a final slab. And so I think that's pretty cool. I would have to say that Keystone is definitely more than a job for me. It's become a passion and something that I care deeply about.
Yeah, I mean, Keystone's much more than a job for me also. I mean, from a standpoint of, you don't shut it off. It isn't an 8 to 5. It's something that you think about driving down the highway at night. It's always on top of mind. It's not unusual for me to get an email or a text message at 2 o'clock in the morning from Cyle, about stuff. It's just something you don't shut down. And it is something you're proud to wear Keystone on your chest. I've got a short wardrobe anymore. My kids just know me as always wearing around my Keystone gear anyway, and so it's something to take pride in. It would be hard to go back and just have a job, to be honest with you, because once you get into it, it's something you can take pride in.
And I think if we weren't passionate about it or didn't care about it and treat it like an 8 to 5, it'd be hard for our people to want to go the extra mile or take the extra step. They'd be like, well, those dudes are just, they're here for the short term. They're here for that. And, at times maybe they don't see us for a couple of days, or we are gone for some times during the day for meetings and whatever. But we are out, trudging the path to get new business and create new relationships, so then they can stay here from 8 to 5, or, a lot of our guys work more than 40 hours a week just because we've been busy. So I think it's just kind of leading by example, and I I think it's worn off and kind of rubbed off, and I think our people are proud to wear Keystone on their chest and their hat and drive the Keystone trucks.
I think we have a lot of people that, craftsmanship is one of the pillars that we've obviously identified. And again, I think craftsmanship was something that it's been a part of our DNA, and so we just identified that to what it was. We just actually say it now, and I think we have a great core group of employees. I mean, a large majority of them that see it as, hey, this is a craft that you don't go to school to do countertops. You refine a craft and you develop your own school. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people take pride in that, and it's what they do every day, and they like to see the final pictures of some of the projects we're a part of and take pride in those projects. And so I think a lot of people that work here feel the same way.
Yeah.
I think they see it as an 8 to 5.
And we're fortunate to have that. That's hard to find. And when we started, we struggled to find it. And why we've really grown is because we found people that it's a career. It's not, I'm not here to punch my clock and not take care of my customers. And is it easy? No, it's construction. There's a lot of things that happen in a project that can go wrong. And are there frustrated people here at times? Are we frustrated at times? Of course. But no one quits. We find the right answer. We get the right answer, and we get that final project or finished, or the final product when it's at your house or your business. It's going to look great every time. It became more than just a job. We probably didn't realize what we were signing up for when we did it. Honestly, like, it took a year to get the financing in place because we were 29, 30-year-old guys that didn't have a bunch of cash laying around. So we had to find the right bank that would believe in guys that had no experience. And so I don't think we even realized what we're getting ourselves into. And, day one, you walk into a situation where accounting's accounting. But so for me, maybe not the transition Spencer had, but Spencer had to go learn templating, installing, how to run machines, how to fix machines. And so I think day one, we knew, I guess, the magnitude of our decision that, hey, we borrowed this money, it's got to be paid back. But I don't think the passion would probably be there until you actually got your hands dirty and really learned how to do things and saw opportunities to where we could make it better and improve and make things better. And then that's and you also see some success, and then it kind of snowballs. There's probably times in our first 6 months where we were at the shop till 12 or 1 in the morning, and he's fixing machines, and we're probably like, why do we do this? Like, this doesn't make sense. He was still living in Emporia, sleeping in an unfinished basement of mine on a mattress. But without those times, you probably don't enjoy the success or realize the success as much. And honestly, I think we'd probably do a bad job of stopping and smelling the roses per se, because we're always charging on to the next thing. But I mean, the magnitude of what's happened in 4 years is incredible. And if you just stop and think of just the revenue growth and the bottom line growth and the employees added, it's insane. And it kind of gives me goosebumps just talking about what we've done. And we're never going to be guys that want to pat ourselves on the back, and it's because of the people we've added. But I do think we just in general need to be better about celebrating the things that we do, and not always charging the next thing, and making sure people understand, like, this is a big deal.
Yeah, I think from a standpoint of where the passion derives from, I think it takes time. I don't think, day one you have that passion, because especially for us, we didn't know the industry yet. And so as you continue to grow and learn, we didn't really just dip our toes. You just jump in, get your hands dirty, and you work hard. And I think that's what, the longer you're in it, the more passion that you have for not only the industry, but the final product and how we do things as a company. And I was listening to something the other day. I actually think Cyle sent it to me. I believe it was Kobe Bryant that said, the dream is not the end result. The dream is getting up at 4 a.m. and going and working hard, and a lot of people would be like, well, that's kind of an odd dream, but obviously Kobe Bryant was very good at what he did, one of the best ever. And the reason he was so good is because that was his mentality. The dream isn't the destination, but it's the journey, and I think that's the thing that you really have to work on. Since coming to our new facility here at 1655 North Wabash, I think one of our favorite things to do is give tours, and give tours not only to contractors or people within the industry that see this every day, but homeowners, because I think that's a cool experience for anybody that gets countertops. The number of times I've heard, man, I didn't know this is how countertops were actually fabricated. I think that's something that we take pride in, is bringing people in and letting them see the new facility, and just walking them through the process of how we'll template, and then the whole fabrication process. It really is unique. It is interesting to learn, and maybe it's just me, but I like to see how things are made as they're going to come into my house. And so we'd encourage you, swing by and check it out. We'd love to give a tour.